Hey, Jordan, just what was and Albert as well, but what was working in that first half?
I don't know if I lost you, but yeah, I thought we were interchanging really well going forward. The way we were building out the back, I think they were trying to press us. They couldn't really press us, and then once we broke their pressure, I thought we um, pushed forward with pace, and we're creating good opportunities. And I think we were playing through them really well. Like I said, kind of interchanging positions a little bit, making it tough for them to figure out who needs to step and who needs to mark who, and something we've been working on a lot. So yeah, I thought it was just a lot of good interplay. Obviously, the third goal was a great counterattacking goal. Just shows the different ways we can break teams down.
Albert, what did Jordan bring to the lineup today?
Yeah, I mean his strengths, the runs in behind, the hold up play, and like he said, linking up with the guys around, and being an option always. And I felt like although we didn't play him a lot of balls in behind, I feel like their back line was very aware and worried of that. So because of that, I think especially first half we found a lot of good spaces in between their defense and midfielders. Yeah, and we were able to create some chances. Score 3 goals in a row. It's not an easy thing to do. So yeah, I think the first half was really good.
All right, next question. We'll go to Jeremiah O'Shan. Jeremiah, go for it.
Yeah, Albert, obviously, congrats on the goal there. Congrats on the assist. But in the second half, the game really seemed to change. What did Casey do to you guys, and what did you really think the difference was there in the second half?
Yeah, I think we spoke at halftime. They will come out with everything they've got. They will push numbers forward, take more risks, and we were aware of that. But 2 minutes into the second half, and I think they had 4 or 5 corner kicks that didn't help. And we were sort of on the back foot, and we were trying to be honest and then get everybody behind the ball, but we were so deep that when we won the ball, the highest guy on the field for us was, 30 yards from our goal, and we couldn't really get out of that pressure because they counter press with numbers, but most of our numbers were on our own edge of the box, so we weren't really able to break out like we were able to first half. For example, the third goal, it was a turnover and one through ball, and we were going 3-on-2. I feel like in second half we got behind the ball, but then the issue was when we got the ball, we didn't really have options going forward, and we kept getting stuck, and we played, backwards and hit a long ball or lost the ball. So I think that's the biggest difference between first and second half.
All right, next question will go to Jada Evans. Jada, you should be able to ask your question when you're ready.
Thanks. Congratulations on the win, y'all. Alex, or sorry, Albert, with what you are saying, does it take away anything as far as, do you feel like you escaped here to keep the win or to get the full 3 points? Does the way the second half kind of finish, sour this at all for y'all?
Yeah, I think we fully deserve 3 points. That's A. B, yeah, if you give how the last 10 minutes went, and the PK, and at the same time as the PK happened, we get a red card, and then there's extra 5 minutes to play, and given how the second half went, those 5 minutes at the end, it was a big grind from the guys that were on the field, and it took a lot of effort and concentration because we were down a man. So obviously they were on our edge of the box for 5 minutes, but a couple smart plays at the end, from the guys getting out of pressure and just hitting long balls, but deep enough where they have to go and get it, and it takes another 10, 20 seconds off the clock, and then earning a couple of fouls away as well that stopped the game for us, and kind of slow down their tempo. So I don't think. The 3 points that we got, I think, are fully deserved over the course of 9 minutes.
And then Jordan, you talked a little bit about this week, playing with Jesus, and we got to see that basically play out on the field. Can you talk a little bit more about just the way that worked out? Did it feel like what you were talking about, basically?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously I played with Jesus with the national team a lot, and weirdly we've kind of switched roles here a little bit. But throughout the course of the season, you see what he brings. He's so clean on the ball, helps a ton in build out, and he can play that final pass so well. So, like I said, when we talked in Seattle, having him and Albert on either side of me is, it's a dream for a forward like me that likes to make those runs in behind, and whether it goes to the left, whether it goes to the right. I know that the quality of the guy on the ball is so high, and if I make a run, they're going to find me. So I love playing with Jesus. He's so clean technically. Super happy he got a goal. It was a great, combination with them. And for me, I think the three of us work really well together. So, he's a great player. We're really happy to have him here.
All right, next question we'll go to Nico Antoon. Nico, go ahead, please.
Hi, guys. Congratulations on the win. Albert, just wanted to talk about that second half, you being right in the middle. Wanted to get your thoughts on the pressure, especially because that looked like a different game with their momentum in that second half.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like obviously me and Danny second half were the highest guys on the field. And I felt like, once we got the ball, there was, we were 70 yards from their goal. So if you turn and you don't want to play that final ball because, then it might be one against their back three or four. We focus too much on defending, which is normal. You see it in the games all over the world. Once a team takes a 2-goal lead or 3-goal lead, it's natural and it's normal that the other team will all of a sudden start having a ball, throwing more numbers forward, creating more chances, because the other team does not necessarily need to score a goal. You just need to protect the 3-goal lead. So, and that can become very dangerous. And unfortunately for today, for us, that became the one negative thing in the second half was that we weren't able to connect and get out of pressure and change the sides from right to left and do all the good things that we have done in the first half, because we were just too deep, and we were going to learn from that. We are happy that we still won the game and won 3-2 because, like I said, it was a big grind at the end, the last 5-10 minutes, man down. But it's definitely, the second half is something that we need to improve on. I'm sure we'll watch a film and learn from the things that we did wrong, and then look at the things we did well in the first half. And for the next match, trying to put a good performance over the course of 90 minutes.
Thank you.
All right, Jeremiah, I see your follow-up. Go ahead and ask, please.
Jordan, you get back on the score sheet there. That's the first goal in a few months. Just how does it? I mean, are you feeling fully back at this point? I know you must have been limited to 45 minutes, but how are you feeling otherwise?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It felt great to get back on the score sheet. It had been a bit, but I'm feeling good. I need to slowly work back into things. Obviously, coming back from a long time out, and we've kind of been in a weird, coming back from an injury. It's been a bit of a weird time just with the congestion games. I haven't been able to get a ton of good training sessions in with the whole group. And so I think that's potentially why this kind of coming back into play has gone a little bit slower. And, the team around me is great. We're just making sure that everything goes well, obviously, because it's, been a tough year with some re-injuries. So I feel good. It was good to get 45 minutes under my belt. That was the longest I've played in a long time. So I feel fit, and obviously getting the goal will give me some confidence moving forward. But I think that's kind of the reason for the progression and how it's going, and just see how this week goes. But I'm feeling good.
All right, Maz, we'll let you close us out here.
Okay. Hey, I guess this was Albert, because I think you're closer to him. Andrew Thomas, just the way that he played. I mean, he looked like he was brave, flying all over the place. Just your thoughts on his first start.
Yeah, he's excellent shot stopper. I mean, we see it every day in training, and I think he made some great saves. They took quite a few shots from around the edge of the box that were hit hard, and didn't spit any rebound out in front of him. He held onto the ball great. I mean, he conceded 2 penalties, which is he's actually really good at saving PKs. But conceding PKs is not something that we expect him, to save every single one. But other than that, I thought, corners, a lot of crosses. He came out with authority. He hit the ball and the guy, which is what you're supposed to do as a keeper. So yeah, overall, I think the whole team felt really confident, with him replacing Steph. So yeah, I mean, credit to him. I think he's had a great game.
Thank you.